Hello, this is Tommy Stratton. This is my week 14 reflection. Today we're talking about the book of Craft's book. We're talking about the concepts, principles, things. The big question that's asked in the reflection is reflecting on the following. In thinking about Craft's book, what concepts or principles were new to you? What about the concepts or his methods resonates with you? How could you partner with the Holy Spirit to engage those things, either in your life or when mis, either in your life or ministering to others? What parts are challenges, or what parts are challenging, confusing, or both to you? What steps could you take to be addressing those points, or what are the resistant points for you? How do you plan to apply the concepts in the book to your own life and personally? For me, this book is such a good read. I definitely want to get the audiobook sometime and just dive back into it outside of school. Biggest concepts I've learned outside of like from a context of not reading it before, things I've learned going into it after reading it. And in class as well, would be the concept of addressing trauma as your inner child and going through deep healing in these areas of life of addressing areas of life that I've never addressed before. Like, what does it mean to actually go through deep healing, inner healing? How do you address demonization? How do you go through that stuff? What's the difference between like demonization and possession? These topics and ideas were something I didn't think about before. And growing up in a Pentecostal home, personally, I was brought into it where I was brought into a place where I understood about a couple concepts, and I grew up experiencing some things that were similar to what he addressed. But this book was such an eye opener to the spiritual realm. The idea of even having the Holy Spirit getting welcome into your past trauma, into your past experiences. That's something I never thought about. Like allowing Jesus to come into my trauma and be like, okay, God, where were you at this time? What does this mean to process this? I love the concept of, your scars being like the pot that was broken and brought back together and filled the cracks in with gold. Like that gold concept is so beautiful, and I plan to use that for my life. I love that concept. But yeah, so many great ideas and principles, and though there's some things that I'm like, okay, that's kind of out there a little bit. So much of it's so good, and it's really resonating with me, and it's really it's just like a sweet cake. It's a great thing to eat. Like it's really just nice, really enjoyable. It's been a great experience in class diving into the chapters, and yeah, personally, it's been really good for me. So I really do enjoy the book. Craft's book is really great. Interesting read. The elements and principles you learn in it are really beautiful. I think also very tactical, because you begin to actually understand how to combat the enemy and address things in your past that actually have a hold on you without you even knowing it. So anyways, thanks for listening to my week 14 reflection.